I couldn't agree more with these Chapman and Josh that having this kind of open discussion really helps the community understand what your point of view is. I think so far we've been in the dark as to what was going on behind the doors or in the program committee. So thank you for bringing that discussion to the public, because now we understand where each of our elected representatives stands. A few comments that were made. I think my comment about pecking order has been taken very severely by many board members, and I want to just clarify. Some of the things that we've seen in the past few months demonstrate why people in the public feel there's a pecking order. I would like to go back, rewind to December of 2012, when there was a discussion in this room about removing certain religious holidays. Same members of the board who were then not elected, sitting in the audience, were very, very supportive of introducing or keeping the religious holidays, because it's so important for our children. It's so important for us as parents to impart that knowledge to our children. We could be sitting in the audience today. The same audience could be sitting in the board tomorrow, get elected and sitting in the board tomorrow. We would be making those tough decisions that you are making. So we understand where you stand, but you have to understand where the public stands as well. At that point, as a member of public, if you support those religious holidays, and today, as a board member, you do not, then I think it gives a mixed message, and it gives a clear indication that when a certain religion comes forward, the board is biased towards making a decision on that very day and not even considering it in the program committee. It wasn't tabled. It wasn't discussed. The voting was done on the same day. You can see the recording. The voting was done on the same day and approved. 4 or 5 members of the community came. There was no petition. We have 300 members who signed the Diwali petition. We have 100 plus members signing Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year petition, and still the needle didn't move in the last 7 or 8 months. So I think we are losing hope as a community to come forward and request it repeatedly to our own elected representative, whom we supported when they were fighting this election, because we trusted him already. So that comment, that pecking order, I still stand by it. That exists. And I'm sorry to say, but that the way the proceedings have been going, the way the certain religious holidays addition or deletion is so quickly done, whereas others are made to wait for 8 months, maybe it will take time. Maybe the face of the board will change, and then maybe we'll see a change of the approval or disapproval. But that's my point of view of what I've seen. Secularism, I think you should see in certain countries around the world, secularism means respecting and equally treating every religion. I'll give you a great example from India, which is a secular country. Yes, there are lots of holidays on the calendar, but every religion is celebrated. The kids are taught from the beginning, respect and treat every religion equally. And that's why I feel the children there are more adoptive and approving of every other religion. But that's my point of view of secularism. The other thing that was brought up, as a working parent, as a working mother, getting a holiday is not one of my objectives. I'm an educator, I'm a researcher, I understand how working parents have to juggle time and get their holiday away. So as an educator, I don't believe you should be taking time away from imparting education to our students. Education is very important. Nobody can understand education more than some of the first generation immigrants, because we value education a lot. That's not the point. I think the point is, as one of the students from middle school said, I really appreciate his comments, that in the school, the kids do not value or understand the other religions. When my kids come home with a question, Mom, my friend said, if you're not a Christian, you're not a Jewish, who are you? What is a 7-year-old supposed to answer to that question? Because nobody understands where he comes from. What does a middle schooler say? He or she has to hide and say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not one of you. I'm the other. Are we the others in this country which we have adopted as our home country? We are a citizen of this country. Our kids who are born and raised here, they're equal citizens of this country. How can we discriminate between one child born under one religion and another child born in another religion? We cannot. And I think we, as a community, as adults, by coming to that decision, we will be showing to our kids by example that yes, we can come to a conclusion in a very amicable way, in a very democratic way, and that would be the lesson that the Milburn children will learn, that we can have a healthy debate, where we can come to consensus, and we can come to a decision which is mutually agreeable. And I hope the decision is fair to all. I would again like to repeat, we never ever asked. The petition never said remove any holiday. So I hope that's not the decision, because we never asked for that. I have friends in every religion, and I support their religion. I would take 2 days off during those Jewish holidays, and I sit at home. Even though I have a very demanding job, I run a small business, I'm a professor in a college, but I take time off from all my multiple jobs to stay at home because I support those 2 holidays, and I do want my children to know, yes, these holidays are being celebrated in the town. I do take time off during Christmas, 2 weeks off, because I do want my children to celebrate that. In the same way, I'm just asking you as a community member, as my neighbors, please respect our religion as well. We would love to have you all enjoy Diwali with us. Join us in that celebration, and you know what a beautiful feeling it is to celebrate that as a community. And in the same way, I want my children to celebrate Lunar New Year. Tomorrow my child could be working in China. Tomorrow he could or she could be studying with kids who are from that religion or culture. I want them to understand that it's important to respect the diversity, the differences of opinions that we all have. In the end, that's where the buck stops. So we hope to see the decision in 2 weeks. We completely trust you with whatever decision you'll come up to be, but let's hope it's not dividing, because I don't know what the proposal is. You haven't shared that proposal, but looking at the discussion that's going on, it looks like there is some fear in the minds of some board members, and I don't know what the decision is. But let's hope it's fair for all. But our position stands, please do not exclude any holidays that are already existing on the calendar. Please keep them, because we as a community do want to celebrate all holidays. Thank you.